Taking a look at Colorado's Stanley Cup odds, they're sitting here. Where are they at? 14-1. And Jan, both you and Kevin have Colorado as the best bargain to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I mean, look, pedigree matters, talent matters. You know that they're going to be more than willing to do whatever they need to do in order to improve their team. Time will tell while they're not getting rid of Matt Rantanen, who, in full disclosure, is one of my favorite players in the NHL. Right, so time will tell as to whether or not Colorado making that move, which is in essence it was a salary move. Right, they felt they couldn't re-sign him to a long-term deal. The viewpoint was we're going to recoup assets for him now before he goes without us getting anything. So Martin Necas was a nice little consolation prize for them to bring in, but with Makar and Taves on the blue line, they made the trade early in the year of dealing Alexander Georgiev to get Mackenzie Blackwood. So they kind of have a number one. The jury's out on him as to whether or not he can win a cup. But we saw Darcy Kemper win a cup. So we've seen guys like Antoniemi win a cup. So I wouldn't rule out a guy like Mackenzie Blackwood being able to win a cup. And look, when you have a leader like Nathan MacKinnon, who has the ability and the capacity to put a team on his back, especially paired on the top line when Necas being there and Jonathan Drouin and the talent around him, 14-1 seems to be a fairly decent odds in terms of them as a potential long shot favorite to make a run to win the cup.
Kevin, do you think that the Achilles heel though of Colorado would be that they're not as deep as they were when they won their cup several years ago?
I mean, that's obviously, up there, but also with all the roster changes, we'll see how that turns out. And, one of the reasons why I like them at 14-1, even if you compare them to Washington, I just don't have faith Washington's getting the Stanley Cup. I think in the Western Conference, it is wide open. And Colorado, we saw what they did to Winnipeg last year in the first round, and they lose to Dallas in the second round. Once you're getting a mix of Colorado, Dallas, Edmonton, Vegas, I feel like who knows who could win win that series. And when you see Edmonton at 6-1, Vegas is ahead of them, Winnipeg's in the same price range as Colorado, that why not? And with Nathan MacKinnon and the numbers he could put up, and like Jan mentioned with Blackwood, that they needed to make an upgrade at goalie, that Georgiev just wasn't cutting it anymore. And you see just going to San Jose, it's not working there either. Obviously, it's a different situation there. But even the goalies in the Western Conference, like Connor Hellebuck, is like the gold standard. But then after that, Jake Ottinger's pretty good. But then, you say, do you depend on Aiden Hill? Do you depend on Stuart Skinner? Or some of these guys, even Darcy Kemper, are they guys you really have a lot of faith in, where Blackwood's probably in that mix? And as long as they have the offense in front of him, Blackwood can have a couple good series. Who knows? Maybe they can make another run.